Incredible day, family. Welcome to the Your Perspective Matters podcast, a personal growth podcast where we focus on making people uncomfortable. Why? Because uncomfortability breeds growth. Now, on today, I have another topic that's going to make you uncomfortable. Another topic that I feel that I relate to specifically because our focus, I believe my focus, let's just go with that, right? And I'm pretty sure some others can relate as well. I believe that my focus has been in the wrong area of, uh, let me say this right. I believe that my focus was on the wrong thing, right? Let's go with that, right? Focus was in the wrong thing. Why do I say that, right? Today's topic is it's not a money problem. It's not a money problem. How many times have we made it or explained to somebody else, hey, the reason why I'm not successful, or the reason why I don't have, or the reason why I can't go is because of money. But I want to offer you some perspective on today. I want to offer you a different way of thinking and looking at your situation. Because what if I told you that you were focusing on the wrong issue at hand? In actuality, the issue that you thought was an issue is not your truth. You just accepted it because it's what it is, or because it's something familiar that everybody else. But you don't have to accept that. It is not a money problem, right? And I want to steer your this direction to some other things that may help you on today, right? And I know this is gonna sting, but I'm here to wake you up. So here we go, right? Number one, it's not a money problem, it's an information problem. Right? There's this saying, if I knew better, I do better, right? If I only knew better, I would have done better. So how many times have we been in a scenario where we're focused on striving for something, we're focused on getting to a goal, right? But we didn't have the information on getting there. Or how many times have we said, you know what, I want to become a better version. I want to I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be the top this or the top that. But it's not the money that gets you there. I want to have a business, right? That's one of the biggest things that we talk about. Hey, the reason why I'm not creating my business is because of I don't have the money. It's too expensive, right? Well, the first thing when it comes to that word expensive, I don't believe in that word expensive. Expensive just means that you don't have it, right? You don't have the money for it. You can't afford it, which is totally fine. But when you say the word expensive, what happens is you are subconsciously immediately telling whatever that thing is that's expensive, you're saying no to it. So you never get to obtain it. So changing your perspective from expensive to it's pricey allows you to make it a goal. Okay, this is pricey, so let's make that a target. If this is $1,000, cool. I just need $1,001 or $1,500 to be able to get that thing, right? But when it comes to that information, right, I get a lot of people that don't start businesses or don't move forward because they think that they got to put in a hell of a lot of capital to be able to fund your business. Now, there is some truth to it, but that doesn't mean that that should not stop you from starting. Because what if I told you that it wasn't the capital that you was missing, it was the information? What if I said, you know what? I have I have $15,000 for you. I have $5,000 for you. I have $250,000 for you. What would you do with that money? See, if you don't have the information, then that money's useless. It'll be sitting there, or you'll be spending it on something totally different. Therefore, the money that I've given you becomes a liability and not an asset. So information is critical, right? Information, what's that saying? Information changes situations. Had it not been for me being around a type of group, right, or people, I wouldn't have gained the information that I needed, right? One of the most critical things that has ever happened in my life is I have changed my circle, right? When you change your circle, you also change the information that is around you. We focus on so much of, hey, I want to rock with less people, right? Let me just eliminate. If I have 20 people in my circle, I want to cut it down. But the fact of the matter is, if you cut it down and never expand on it, you'll be a product of just that sum of people. So if you are only around 5 people and they know a certain amount of whatever they know, that's all you'll be a product of. So don't just focus on making your circle smaller. You have to expand it. Weed out the people that don't add value and start adding people that do add value to you, right? That was super critical of what I done. And when I did that, guess what happened? I was able to learn about business. I was able to learn about taxes. I was able to learn about credit. I was able to learn about personal development. I was able to learn a lot of things in the spiritual realm, so many different things. Right? I was able to gain that information through people, right? And I've created that because I was intentional with who I come around. Now, with information, right? It doesn't just stop there, right? Number two, right? It's not a money problem, it's a value problem. It's not a money problem, it's a value problem. I was having a conversation with a gentleman on today, right? I'm a Lyft driver, or a rideshare driver, if you will, right? Personal driver. And I had this customer and we were talking, excuse me, and he was saying that there's a lot of people that they focus on getting girls and drinking, partying, and all that good stuff, right? And he said, well, they need to focus on money, right? If you focus on money, you'll be straight. And I said, if I could offer you some perspective, it's not that you should focus on money. It's that you should focus on being a person of value. See, if I focus on the money, I lose money faster. But if I focus on being a person of value, it comes with the money. You attract the money. Everywhere you go, the money follows, and you no longer have to follow the money. Right? You got to become a person of value. Now, becoming a person of value starts with, right, number one, which is information. You gain the information, you develop a skill set, right? Or you just gain some information or know something that others don't. You are a rare breed, or you're just rare. How many people you know are a good doctor? How many people you know are musicians, right? There's a lot of musicians in the world, but if you don't know a personal musician and you need somebody to play for you, guess what? There's this other person that just comes in and they know how to do that thing. They're valuable, right? So understand that you need to, it has nothing to do with money. Nothing at all. Money was never the issue, but it's what you do and who you become. That's the issue, right? So number one is not a money problem, it's an information problem. Number two is not a money problem, it's a value problem. But now, okay, we got the information, cool. The information leads to the value. Great, we're valuable people. What happens next? Now that we have the information and then we start to apply it, there's what I believe we all struggle with, right? It's not a money problem, but It's a discipline problem. Now, if the first two wasn't an issue, if you already had the information and the value, 100 of people in this world struggle off of discipline. Saying that you're going to do a thing or committing that you're going to do a thing, regardless of the situation, the circumstance, what you have, right? Or how you feel. You will do it. You got to stay disciplined. You got to be locked in. Of it's a level of unconditional focus. Unconditional, it's a tunnel vision that you got to have when it comes to that. Many people talk about, I don't got the money to do this, but you're just not disciplined enough because for an example, we got some social media experts, right? Or some people that want to create money on social media. And then you start posting every day, right? Or you start posting and you're like, you know what? I'm not getting enough money. Or I'm not getting money at all. I'm not generating no revenue. But you didn't post consistently. Posting consistently takes a discipline. Because what happens is there's going to be days where you don't want to post. You're not going to be feeling inspired. You're not going to be feeling the need to do the edits and to create content. You're not going to be in that mood. Have you're not going to be at your highest creative self. But you got to do it anyway. It's the disciplined content creators that make the money. It is not the person that, I'm just going to be super creative. You could be dope and have the greatest content ever. But if you don't have that focus and that discipline to be able to do it on a consistent level, nobody would be able to see it. You don't put yourself out there. You don't see it. No, who's going to see it, right? So it's not a money problem. It's an information problem. It's not a money problem. It's this is a discipline problem. I mean a value problem, right? That's number 2. Number 3, it's not a money problem. It's a discipline problem. But as we are disciplined, right? We got the information. We know what to do. We're doing it, which makes us valuable, and we're sticking to it because we're disciplined. But I want to leave you with this last one that I believe has hit me many times. And I believe it's hit you as well. And you could drop your comments on this. It's not a money problem, but it's an endurance problem. Mm. It's not a money problem, it's an endurance problem. How long will you last? See, when you pay things that are of value, you understand that it's going to last. If you're not durable, why would I waste my money when I got to continuously keep doing it? I got to continuously keep purchasing this specific product. Instead of me buying a coat that's going to last me half a winter or a month or two, I'll buy a coat that can last me years. I'll spend that money because now it becomes of value. You see where this is going? You see how all this is connecting, right? So don't focus on the fact that you don't got the money. Nah. Focus on being able to last. Right? There's a scripture in the Bible that it says dang, why do I have a brain fart? It basically, to paraphrase, it talks about being able to who the person that endures to the end will reap the benefits. Mm-hmm. Right? Regardless of what may happen, and I need you to understand this. No matter what you do in life, you cannot escape situations. You cannot. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the game. Why would we get into a relationship and our relationship is not durable? We want to make sure, okay, can you endure my can you endure me talking a lot? Can you endure me can you endure me snoring? Can you endure me being in my healing season? This is that I didn't even want to go there, but that's one of the biggest things that people fail in when it comes to relationships. They run out of love or they can't love you long enough. What the what's that Chinese Asian thing me love you long time. Are you loving the person long time, or is it just short and sweet? Is it a strawberry shortcake, right? Is that the kind of love you trying to get? Strawberry shortcake love. Nah, but the fact of the matter, family, right? As we close, I need you guys to understand to stop focusing on the money. The money's going to only the money is okay, cool, good. The money is only going to create more problems or uh become a distraction to the problems or the root that you need to focus on. Focus on getting the information. Focus on becoming a person of value. Focus on being disciplined with the information, and then understand to endure to the end. You create what's the end. Keep on going. There's another quote that I heard years ago. It said, it's always too early to quit because you never know how close you are to the finish line. It's kind of like running a race blindfolded. If you don't continue to run and you just say, all right, I'm done, you the longer and the longer you go, the longer you run the race, the closer you are to the finish line. The less you have to run. The longer you run, the less you have to run. You don't have that far. You're right there, family. You are right there. But family, this was another great episode. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe because this is going to be. I have some amazing topics that I want to really dive deep and get uncomfortable with you guys. Right, there is so much that I really want you guys to grow. Right, I really want you to be able to become a better person. If I can just get one person, right? Operation Hope, help one person each day. And if that is you, I've done my job. See you on the next episode, YPN family, because your perspective matters.